on Australia's business channel. This is Mediaweek.
Hello, welcome to the program. Ahead, talks back on about a possible friendly merger of Fairfax Radio and Macquarie Radio. The latest from MIPCOM in Cannes, and Nielsen launches Twitter TV ratings. But first, Fox Sports won't have any domestic cricket this year, with Nine showing the Ashes tests and the Ryobi Cup, and Network 10 buying the rights to the Big Bash. Fox Sports does have the A-League though, which begins this weekend. And Fox Sports Chief Executive Patrick Delaney joins us now today as the summer football season takes on a new significance for the broadcaster. And as always, we also have our co-host James Manning, editor and publisher of Mediaweek, here. Great to see you both. Patrick, A-League. Big launch this weekend. Now, with less cricket on the channel this summer, what kind of importance does the summer football season take on now?
Well, first thing, we do have cricket still. We've got, every time Australia plays away, Fox Sports has got it. So we have India at the beginning of the summer, and we have South Africa at the end of the summer. So we've still got a lot of cricket. It was a shame to lose the Bash. But, you know, the winner in this is football, because we've turned all of our resources and all of our guns onto it. We've never spent media money on the football before, and we've just put a $2 million campaign together. I've got to say, it's probably more than Fox Sports has ever spent on a single code. The ad, we think, is fabulous, and so to answer your question, it's very important to us, and I think football's the big winner out of it.
And I think we've got the pictures of Mike Bosnich. It is a very funny, well done.
It's a fabulous ad, yeah.
But tell me about the A-League, though. You're sharing rights for the first time with the free-to-air broadcaster. It will be on SBS2,
yes.
Just one game, but could that impact your numbers?
Look, it might a bit, but it was done. Richard Freudenstein and I together took the decision on that. Partly, you know, there's been a lot of commentary around Fox Sports actually sponsoring the A-League, and in many ways it's correct. For the last 7 years, we put $140 million into this thing. And unlike most rights deals, this right deal is usually done on how much money they need to keep going, not what it's worth. So in order for the money to come in this time, we stepped up to the plate quite considerably, but it needed some more money. The combination of the government and SBS was where it came from. So then we had the second question, which was, well, what will this do for Fox Sports and for Foxtel? And we thought we'd give it a bit of experiment. You know, there was a debate that it should stay exclusive. There was another side of the debate, or an argument, that if you let Australia see on a free basis a game a week, and it was well done, then that's a fabulous ad for Fox Sports and Foxtel.
So there's an upside story, possibly.
We've gone with that. Yeah, we've absolutely gone with that. So we will share the Friday night game, and I really mean that literally. There will be a joint commentary team. You know, we're trying to really develop that relationship with SBS. And it should work out well, I think, for football, for SBS, and especially for Fox, because only on us do you get our commentators, our pre-game, and of course all 5 live, as well as the other football codes we picked up.
And just on that, you know, through the other code season as well, I mean, often when we're looking at the ratings every week, it's the programming pre and post matches, plus, of course, the weekday analysis shows as well that are the big successes. So are you going to be branching out into more of that for the A-League shows as well?
Totally. Yeah, we've always done those shows, but this year we are putting more and better producers into the shows. We're stepping up the way in which they're cast, making sure we always have a cycle of review on Sunday and Monday, analysis in the middle of the week, and preview at the end of the week. If you watch any Fox sport, that's the way we work. Fox Footy, Fox One. So we've stepped up the weighting of that. So on Mondays at the end of the week, you will get a highlight show for the A-League, you'll get a highlight show for the English Premier League, and then we'll go on Monday nights into our first outsourced show ever, which is with Working Dog, and we've got Sam, Santo and Ed's Total Football. So, and that's a significant moment, because we think at the end of the week, just like if you've been in a footy game, as a fan you want to relax just like a football player might have. And so we're relying on Working Dog to bring a lot of fun back to football. Fox Sports can get a little bit too much detail and analysis, and we've tried very much with all of the programs this year to lift that fun rate up. I think especially it's been a tough year in sports, a tough year in the economy. We play sport for fun, we watch it for fun. Fox Sports wants to bring the fun back. So Santo, Sam and Ed should be lots of fun. Backpage continues the whole way through summer. We're trying a summer 360. with Gerard Whateley, Crash Craddock on Wednesday nights. That'll focus very much on cricket and football. We're upweighting all of our cricket coverage as well with our Inside Cricket show. And then we go into the cycle of preview. So Shootout and all those shows. We've got fabulous new talent with Tara Rushton, who's an Aussie girl born in Linfield that had been working up in Asia. We brought her back. But we really are putting a lot of effort into the pre and post game shows, but you'll see a lot more fun in this because it is a fun league, the A-League. You know, they're highly skillful, they're great showmen, and we want to have a bit of fun out there.
ABC Radio also done a deal for A-League. They're going to broadcast every game live. Competition, or again, is there upside for you to build interest in the sport?
I think it adds huge prestige to the A-League. The ABC Radio does sport so well. It is amazing that Cricket Australia let them sort of get sidelined in cricket. I think it's really the SBS's gain. If you have a beautiful high-definition picture of a live game with great commentators, you'll always prefer that. So I think the radio is very much about, you know, when you're out and about or you can't get to a screen. So I think it's fabulous in terms of promotion, but also, you know, extended coverage, just like the SBS thing is. This thing's getting big.
Yes.
Just, I guess, broader question too, what sort of a year has it been for Fox Sports? And are you making inroads into having more people pay for sport on subscription TV?
Well, look, that's a complicated... We've had a great year. In fact, I was saying to James before we went on, in the last 4 years, our ratings have gone up 20%. That's a huge amount. But the really cool thing about it, usually sports peak on the weekend. You get a high share for a little time or a high reach. Fox Sports now has extended share across the whole week. So you would have seen it in the pay ratings this winter. Not just Fox Footy up there, but Fox 1 and 2 in share for the whole week. I think there were 5 weeks when Fox 1 beat Fox Footy. So in the portfolio of what we do with all of the live sports on the weekend, with all of these shows, so in the last 2 years, I think we used to have something like 20 shows might do 100,000. We now have 180 shows a year that do more than 100,000 viewers. That's entertainment shows, not sports. So it's been a great year for us, and what's followed with that is some fabulous brand health. I mean, the Fox Sports brand is getting very cool now, which has got a lot to do with everything we're doing, the way we build our ads, all of our people on air, but also advertising money's following us. I think all of us media outlets got a free kick from the election, but we're now seeing very, very strong growth as we get completely sold out. I think advertisers seeing that whole purchase of the equity, the subscribers loving, you know, ad break free during live sport. Well, our sponsorships now are worth a lot because advertisers get to share that equity. So we're up, you know, around 20% year on year in advertising. So things are going very, very well. We want to keep the momentum up. And I'm sure that will translate when consumer confidence picks up into momentum for Foxtel. Thanks for the free ad.
Quick thing, technical innovations. You had a lot this year.
Yeah.
You did the little Foxcopter. How did that go?
Look, that was invented for cricket. I frankly think a spider cam or overhead cam is a bit wasted in cricket. We then started using it in the...
Was it expensive too?
Well, a spider cam's between 100 and 120 a game. This thing's less than 10.
We're talking thousands, right?
Yeah. But I thought it really shone in the NRL. You could see the way in which these really skillful athletes were moving around, so that was good. I love the ref cam for rugby because no one understands what the hell's going on, so being able to get in close, that was good.
Just finally, too, some great innovations in that America's Cup coverage.
Yeah.
I was a little bit disappointed in the numbers. I mean,
no, we thought it was great. Look, ratings are good and we like to trumpet them. Well, what you don't get is this, that people buy a subscription, we care about the value that they're given. They should know they can turn to Fox for anything, especially if it's innovative. And, you know, a year ago, Jared Frickberg came in and said, let's go with America's Cup. I love sailing, but you know what? Previously it's pretty boring, although the Olympics was good. And he said, no, you got it wrong. San Francisco Harbour, 70-foot cats that come out of the water 10 feet, and he'd also seen the datatainment. He convinced me, so I signed the deal. And I've got to say, we just thought it was fabulous. The fact that it ended up being almost the Bledisloe Cup of Sailing with Australia against New Zealand. You know, 50,000 viewers for a straight sports network at 8 o'clock in the morning is an amazing
It's a good
figure.
result, is it?
Yeah, it was very good for us. But I think it goes to the value equation of the Foxtel subscription.
Just very quickly and lastly, viewing numbers on mobile devices. Wanted to ask you about that and what have you learnt about Foxtel Go this year and how you're going to be changing the offer in the future?
I think what we've learned is that Go is such a good product in that it's completely simple and it covers everything, that the subscribers for live sports would rather watch it on Go than an app that we've created, right? So that's an important thing to think about. People think Foxtel and they think, I will watch live. All of our apps have the live in it, which is fine, but what we've learned is that's not as important as great data-tainment, live stats, pre and post game using it, and social media. So we probably still have the live in all of our apps because that makes us different. But we know that people, and we have been directing people to Go on air if you get relegated because mum and the daughters want to watch X Factor and you get pushed into the bedroom. Well, go and watch it on Go if you don't have a second outlet. But that is the way it's going. I think you find that's world experience. If you can watch it on a TV, you're going to watch it on a TV. So those digital devices become edge cases, and Go's doing well. But the data tainment is something that you'll see far more out of Fox Sports with. So we got our Fox Sports stats business, very rich data. We don't want our apps looking like the Jupiter 2, with lights everywhere. We want them looking entertaining, and I think data tainment's what you can count on us in the next 12, 18 months.
Patrick Delaney, always great to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Fox Sports CEO there. Coming up on Media Week, we'll take a look at the latest moves in radio and check in on the performance of media stocks this week.